my way, chasing shadows in the night till the break of day. I heard the voices, felt the pull, but I kept running, though my heart was full. Now I wake up and the weight is real, regret on my back, but I kneel. I saw the pain, I felt the ache, watched you stumble, watched you break. But even when you turned away, and I was calling, still making a way. Now the dawn is breaking through, he's reaching out, he's calling you. Come back home, no more running. Turn your heart, he's still loving. Though you're lost, he's never moved. There's a place right here for you. Now the dawn is breaking through, he's reaching out, he's calling you. Come back home, no more running. Turn your heart, he's still loving. Though you're lost, he's never moved. There's a place right here for you. Come back home, no more running. Turn your heart, he's still loving. Though you're lost, he's never moved. There's a place right here for you. I remember days when my mind would stray, lost in wild thoughts that led me far away. In that endless space where chaos reigned, I wondered if that madness was the price I'd paid. Yet in the silence of those troubled hours, I found a promise in the ancient words of power. Transform your mind, set your heart on high, for even in the darkest night, His truth will never die. I recall a time when laughter filled the air, when we cared for each other, unburdened by despair. But as we grew and lost our way, the echoes turned to sighs. The world called us crazy as our dreams began to die. Yet I see now that every tear and every fall has forged the strength within me that stands above it all. For though the devil's whispers try to steal our sight, We're chosen to live boldly, shining in His light. Yet I see now that every tear and every fall has forged a strength within me that stands above it all. For though the devil's whispers try to steal our sight, we're chosen to live boldly, shining in His light. So if you ever feel alone, lost in your own mind, remember that His truth is there, a light that you can find. We may be called crazy by those who do not see, but in the power of His promise, we're forever wild and free.
Things that quickly fade. A drink, a smoke, a restless night, chasing dreams I made. In the silence of my struggles, I'd search for a way to mend. But worldly comforts left me empty, a means that never end. I longed for something deeper than a fleeting weak relief, the truth that mends the broken soul and turns despair to peace. I recall the ancient promise, let your heart be strong. And now I seek a higher song where I truly do. For though I've tasted bitter nights and known the weight of loss, I cling to words that say you're cherished beyond any cost. No smoke, no dream can fill the void that worldly ways can't soothe. I need a love that lifts me up, truth that helps me move. So let's sing a new song, let the morning light arise, where the heart finds healing in things are made right.
I remember days when life seemed soft and kind, when simple things could heal a troubled mind. I saw you through a broken pane, a view of pain and loss, marked by wearied eyes and scars that time couldn't gloss. Your heart weighed down by choices and a past that wouldn't mend, had danced with sin and sorrow, deals with the devil, my friend. Yet in the quiet of the fields, where truth hope are sown, I whispered promises of change. You're not as lost as you're shown.
I've seen your dreams in fragments, like petals scattered on the ground. A life once filled with hopeful songs now barely makes a sound. They said you'd be a star, a singer, bright as any light. But darkness dimmed that brilliance and you faded out of sight. Still in every tear you shed, I sensed a spark so real, a call to leave behind the lies that only sorrow can conceal. I brought you a simple rose, a token of what still remains, a symbol of the love that heals despite the devil's chains. Oh, let the truth of his word lift us from this night. For even in our brokenness, his promise shines so bright. No wealth can change your story, no silver can restore. But in the light of hope eternal, we are whole forevermore. I'd walk the barren desert, barefoot on the sand, share the last of my bread, holding out my hand. I'd dive into deep waters where broken dreams are found, to rescue lost hopes drifting where sorrow does abound. I've seen the hurt and seen the scars left by life's storm, yet the promise in the scriptures tells me we can be reborn. Love one another, it says in every word so true, that love can mend the fractures and make all things new.
I remember days of laughter on a sunlit open street, when simple kindness bound our hearts and every soul would meet. But shadows crept and dimmed the light of dreams we used to share, till the word reminded me that love is always there. It builds a bridge between two hearts, unites each distant shore, linking hope and healing in a bond that endures evermore. When our hands join together in the warmth of morning's glow, we find the strength to overcome the night and let true love flow. Let love build a bridge, strong and sure, a bond that heals and will endure. No wealth or fame can break its hold. It's the truth that sets our hearts aglow. When we stand together, side by side, in love we find the hope inside. It's time to rise above the pain, united in His love again.
I've walked these winding roads, carrying my own load, wrestled with the mirror's truth, feeling tired of the show. They say the world's a fickle judge of what we're meant to be, but I've found a different promise in His word that sets me free. For every scar and every curve, He made me just the same, a work of art, a sacred gift beyond the fleeting fame. I learned from ancient scriptures that my body is His temple, and now I stand in honest praise. My heart no longer trembles.
I've seen the flash of trends and fads, the endless calls to change, but in the quiet of reflection, I found a truth that stays. The world may whisper harshly about the shape I wear with pride, yet in His eyes I'm wondrously made, no need to hide inside. I remember words from Psalm 139 that say I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. So I lift my voice in humble song, my doubts and fears all fade. No fleeting diet, no empty praise can alter what's divine. For I am loved just as I am, a treasure by design. Oh, let our hearts proclaim we're perfect in His sight. For every flaw and every mark is bathed in His pure light. In the temple of His love, I remember when she was gentle and kind, a quiet heart in a troubled town, a love to remind that even in dark hours true strength does abide. Yet a man's false promises can shatter a soul inside. He pushed her too far with his deceitful fire, but in that burning moment her spirit reached higher. The scriptures tell us she's clothed with strength and dignity, a virtuous woman who stands fine, forever free. I've seen her tears and heard her cry when betrayal broke her heart. Yet through the pain a holy truth helped her find a fresh start. In the echo of old promises, where hope and honor reign, she discovered healing in his word to ease the deepest pain. Though the world tried to mark her with shame and bitter scorn, her soul clings to that sacred light, reborn each new morn. Now her story shines a beacon for those who felt alone. In his loving arms the broken find strength to carry on. Oh, let the light of his truth shine upon your face, lifting hearts from the ashes of a long weary race. When the storms of injustice roar and the shadows grow long, we stand united in his love. Together we grow strong. In the mirror of his promise, we see our worth anew. No lie of the devil can dim the love that sees us through. Though the world may try to break us with its fleeting, cruel disguise, we rise on wings of truth and hope with everlasting eyes. Studying the ancient words that guide us on and on, I ask, who will wear the crown of truth, shining bright and clear? In whispered winds I heard a call, come, the way is near. Is near. I joined with my brothers and sisters gathering by the stream, learning from the living word that fills our hearts with dreams. Come, let's walk together, they said, in the path that leads us home. For souls no longer roam. Down by the river, let our hearts be renewed, finding hope and healing in every drop of truth. We lift our voices in unison, trusting what's been told, that love and unity are worth more than silver or gold. Down by the river, let our hearts be renewed, finding hope and healing in every drop of truth. We lift our voices in unison, trusting what's been told, that love and unity are worth more than silver or gold. I've seen riches 100 grand in cash, traveled through dark valleys where hope seemed to crash. I've roamed the earth, witnessed wonders in the sky, yet nothing compares to the truth that lifts me high. I've chased fleeting thrills, lost in nights of vain pursuit, but the promise in Scripture tells me what's absolute, that even when I face my deepest fears, I long to break every wall and draw near. I've seen miracles in the stars and felt the weight of pain, drifting through storms where the devil's lies reigned. I've danced in the rain and wept for dreams that passed me by, yet in every shattered moment a holy truth would rise. I recall His word that nothing in this world can compare, for the love of Christ endures beyond
doubting every curve, every scar, every tear. The world tells me change, fix, be more refined. But deep in scripture I learn I am wonderfully designed. Though I may not fit their perfect mold, I know in His eyes my story's beautifully told. The devil may whisper lies to make me feel small, but His truth reminds me I'm cherished through it all. Every song outside proclaims beauty's on display. Yet in the mirror doubts seem to steal my day. That say I'm not enough, but the Psalms declare I'm fearfully and wonderfully made with love. I won't let harsh words darken the light He's given me, for my worth is found in His design, eternally free. I choose to celebrate every curve and every line, for His perfect creation is a blessing, pure and divine. So let our hearts reflect a truth that's ever clear. We are made by God and every part is dear. In the mirror of His word we find our beauty shown. A masterpiece of life that's never meant to be overthrown. All our hearts reflect a truth that's ever clear. We are made by God and every part is dear. In the mirror of His word we find our beauty shown. A masterpiece of life that's never meant to be overthrown.
I've wandered through long, lonely nights where nothing filled the space. Time erased the pain but left behind an empty place. I tried to drown my sorrows with whiskey and the noise of empty days, but worldly cures left scars that even darkness couldn't erase. In the midst of shattered dreams and streets that echo with despair, I searched beyond the fleeting smoke for hope that's always there. I recall the promise written in the word that lights the darkened road, a truth that calls me upward, stronger than the weight of old. I eyes and seen the turmoil in my mind, lost in endless cycles of regret, with no solace left to find. But in a quiet, sacred moment, a whisper broke through all the pain. Rise, for you are crafted by His love. Let truth and hope remain. Now as I lift my eyes to where the stars shine clear and boldly bright, I feel a warmth that fills my soul and turns the darkest night to light. No longer numb or chained by fear, I step into a brand new day, embracing what the scriptures say. In Him our doubts give way. Together, lifted high by His everlasting song.
In a world divided by voices loud and strong, where every claim of truth seems to do us wrong, I've seen the chaos, the discord and the strife, but I hold fast to the word that gives my life. They shout and they protest, trying to tear us apart, but no scheme of the enemy can shatter a true heart. For in the pages of Scripture, a light forever shines, unifying all our souls with promises divine. I've heard the echoes of anger, seen walls built on lies, people lost in battle with hurt in their eyes. holds every heart.
Once I wandered down a lonesome road, carrying the weight of a troubled past, lost in the echoes of my heavy load, chasing dreams that never seemed to last. In the darkness I heard a gentle call, a promise that shattered the night's disguise. Scripture whispered, you're more than your fall, and His truth lit up the depths of my eyes. I recall those nights filled with bitter tears, where every failure cut me deep inside. The devil's lies, his schemes and empty fears left me broken with no place to hide. But in a quiet moment, His voice broke through, reminding me I'm a new creation, free, not defined by the scars or what I once knew. His healing light restores the best in me. Free from all our chains, our hearts now sing a truth that forever remains. No more will the shadows of the past define our way, for in His word we find our strength, our hope each day. Free from all our chains, our hearts now sing a truth that forever remains. No more will the shadows of the past define our way, for in His word we find our strength, our hope each day. Down by the river's edge, seeking light in the dawn, studying the ancient words that guide us on and on. I asked who will wear the crown of truth, shining bright and clear. In whispered winds I heard a call, I joined with my brothers and sisters gathering by the stream. learning from the living word that fills our hearts with dreams. Come, let's walk together, they said, in the path that leads us home. For when we stand united, even weary souls no longer roam. Down by the river, let our hearts be renewed, finding hope and healing in every drop of truth. We lift our voices in unison, trusting what's been told, that love and unity are worth more than silver or gold. Down, down by the river, let our hearts be renewed, finding hope and healing in every drop of truth. We lift our voices in unison, trusting what's been told, that love and unity are worth more than silver or gold.
I remember days when life seemed soft and kind, when simple things could heal a troubled mind. I saw you through a broken pane, a view of pain and loss, marked by wearied eyes and scars that time couldn't gloss. Your heart weighed down by choices, and a past that wouldn't mend, had danced with sin and sorrow, deals with the devil, my friend. Yet in the quiet of the fields, where truth and hope are sown, I whispered promises of change. You're not as lost as you're shown. I've seen your dreams in fragments, like petals scattered on the ground. A life once filled with hopeful songs now barely makes a sound. They said you'd be a star, a singer bright as any light, but darkness dimmed that brilliance, and you faded out of sight. Still in every tear you shed, I sensed a spark so real, a call to leave behind the lies that only sorrow can conceal. I brought you a simple His word lift us from this night. For even in our brokenness, His promise shines so bright. No wealth can change your story, no silver can restore, but in the light of hope eternal, we are whole forever's. Oh.
I fell again, lost my way, chasing shadows in the night till the break of day. I heard the voices, felt the pull, but I kept running though my heart was full. Now I wake up and the weight is real, regret on my back, but I kneel, I kneel, I kneel.
I saw the pain, I felt the ache, watched you stumble, watched you break. But even when you turned away, and I was calling, still making a way. Now the dawn is breaking through. He's reaching out, He's calling you. Come back home, no more running. Turn your heart, He's still loving. Though you're lost, He's never moved. There's a place right here for you. Now the dawn is breaking through. He's reaching out, He's calling you. Come back home, no more running. Turn your heart, He's still loving. Though you're lost, He's never moved. There's a place right here for you. Though you're lost, He's never moved. There's a place right here for you.
I remember days when my mind would stray, lost in wild thoughts that led me far away. In that endless space where chaos reigned, I wondered if that madness was the price I'd pay. Yet in the silence of those troubled hours, I found a promise in the
ancient words of power. Transform your mind, set your heart on high. For even in the darkest night, His truth will never die. I recall a time when laughter filled the air, when we cared for each other, unburdened by despair. But as we grew and lost our way, the echoes turned to sighs. The world called us crazy as our dreams began to die. Yet I see now that every tear and every fall has forged a strength within me that stands above it all. For though the devil's whispers try to steal our sight, we're chosen to live boldly, shining in His light. So if you ever feel alone, lost in your own mind, remember that His truth is there, a light that you can find. We may be called crazy by those who do not see, but in the power of His promise, we're forever wild and free.
I used to numb my heart with things that quickly fade. A drink, a smoke, a restless night, chasing dreams I made. In the silence of my struggles, I'd search for a way to mend, but worldly comforts left me empty, a means that never ends. I longed for something deeper than a fleeting weak relief, a truth that mends the broken soul and turns despair to peace. I recall the ancient promise, let your heart be strong. And now I seek a higher song where I truly do belong. I remember simpler days when hope was pure and bright, when love was not a passing thrill but an everlasting light. Now the echoes of my doubts seem louder than they used to be. Yet in whispered scripture, I find the cure to set me free. For though I've tasted bitter nights and known the weight of loss, I cling to words that say you're cherished beyond any cost. No smoke, no drink can fill the void that worldly ways can't soothe. I need a love that lifts me up, a truth that helps me move. So let's